it's working. Sorry, I was sitting there like, it's not working. It's not working. And then I'm like, hello, my friend. Welcome to live chat. I never know when it's going to kick in, and it took especially long this morning. Hello. I hope that you are doing well. Today, I wanted to talk about something different. We've been talking about influencers a lot lately and like what it is to be an influencer, blah, blah, blah. And like, I'm just tired of talking about influencers. So I thought we'd talk about celebrities today because we know that some celebrities have given some of the most awful skincare takes that have ever existed on the planet. I do have some of those for you today, but I also have some really good tips that celebrities have given. Disclaimer up front, a lot of these articles that I am talking about are at least 1 year old. The main article is from 2021. So it is definitely possible that these celebrities have changed their skincare takes. Maybe they have new things to share, but these are things that they said at one time. I meant to put the links in before I started chat, but I did not do that. So I will put the links to the articles down below. The first one that we are going to talk about is from the publication Birdie. That one is a little bit less information, but there's one on everyday health that was really, really good and really, really detailed. And not only do they talk about the skincare takes that the celebrities have, but they also give the medical reasons as to why it is good or not good to follow this advice. So I'm really excited to share these with you because there are things that I even learned reading these articles. So yeah, I'm excited to talk about this because, you know, celebrities are so looked up to and they have access to so many things, but sometimes they don't always listen to the things. Sometimes they get it wrong, but sometimes they get it right too. So we'll talk about who has the best takes, who has the worst takes, and it should be a lot of fun. But before we get started, it isn't just going to be about me talking at you, because I wouldn't enjoy that. I much more enjoy the community aspect of it. So we're going to say good morning to the people that are here live in the collective brain of makeup awesomeness. You are probably seeing them over yonder, hopefully. Some people are saying that the closed captioning has not been working lately. I promise you, I have put it on. I have put on the closed captioning. I've clicked the button. I've put on normal latency. I've clicked the closed captioning button. So if you do not see closed captioning, chances are it just hasn't loaded through YouTube yet. Sometimes it takes a few hours after a live stream is over for the closed captioning to kick in. So if that ever happens, you might just have to wait, and that's completely out of my control. I wish I could make it instant, but I can only click the button. That's all I can do. So yes, the closed captioning should be on if you're looking for it. And if you're listening, hello. Thank you so much for listening. I will make sure that I read everything to you, explain everything so that you don't have to be watching in order to listen to this. So let's say good morning first to Kim. Good morning from Vegas. Oh, I love Vegas. I do. I love that city. It is so fun. It is such a fun place. And I don't even gamble. Like zero gambling, zero strip clubs, and I love Vegas. It's such a great city, especially now when it's cooling down a little bit. Is not the depths of summer like we've been there before. So good morning. Say hi to Vegas for me. Hi, Tracy. Good morning to you. Happy Sunday. Good morning, Teresa and the rest of the moderators. I am doing well. I hope that you are doing well, my friend. And thank you to Flory and Steph and Audra for dropping by. John might even be here. I'm not sure what he's doing this morning. He's upstairs. I don't know what he's doing, but if y'all are here, thank you so much for being here as well. And thank you for keeping this such a nice, safe place to chat and hang out. We don't typically have issues because our community is freaking amazing, but they are there as our safety net just to make sure we can all have a pleasant chatting experience. So if the moderators ask you to do something, if you could do it, I would really appreciate it. Even if it doesn't make sense, you know, they're just trying to do their job. They're great people. I promise you. Good morning, Roya. So good to see you. Good morning, Liz. Hello to you. Hello, Carrie. Good morning. Hi, Ms. Lavender. Good morning from cold and windy Toronto, another city that I love. Have some poutine for me. I think I always tell you that every time you tell me you're from Toronto. It's like one of my favorite things there. It's so good. It's a nice city. Just in general, it's a nice city. They have great restaurants. Great restaurants. Hi, Jesse. Oh, afternoon from London. All these cities that I've been to and that I love Freaking love London. One day I will make it back. Be knitting Christmas gifts again this week. Wonderful. Well, I wish you all the best of luck with that. That's something so special about getting a handmade gift. It really is. Hello, Jilly. Happy Sunday to you and also to Lana B and and Lupe. You put your real name on there. It doesn't usually say that. It's Lupe. Hi, Lupe. You changed it. That's cool. Hi. Lupe's been part of the community since what, 2014 or 2015, something like that, for a really long time. Lupe, I don't remember a time before Lupe. Let me just say that. I don't remember a time. Hi, Ginger. Good to see you. Hi, Bree. And hi, Tish. And if I did not say good morning to you, oh, and Cynthia. If I did not, and Daniel. I hate stopping. Good morning. If I did not say good morning to you, thank you so much for being here. All right, so let's get into these hot takes. All right, so the reason why this is kicked off is because of freaking Dolly Parton. I love Dolly Parton. Let me just tell you, that woman, every interview I've ever seen with her, she seems absolutely lovely. And I get her take. We talked about it in What's Up in Makeup today, where she said that she has been sleeping in her makeup since the 1980s. Sleeping in her makeup since the 1980s. And her reasoning was that when she moved to California, she moved to Los Angeles, she was scared of earthquakes, and she was scared she was going to have to leave her house without makeup on, and there would be paparazzi outside and they would take a picture of her without makeup on. And she did not like that idea. So therefore she started sleeping in her makeup. She also mentioned that she's been married for over 50 years and she doesn't like to go to bed, she said, quote, looking like a hag. And there was a little bit of a discussion in What's Up in Makeup, something I was trying to spur, where, we had talked about Christy Brinkley in chat last week. Christy Brinkley, that's another person we're going to be talking about. We talked about Pamela Anderson, totally different person. Pamela Anderson, and how she had gone to Fashion Week without makeup on, and how Dolly is basically saying, she's basically trying to explain why what Pamela did was brave. And I'm assuming Dolly would say that Pamela was brave because she doesn't even like to go to bed without makeup on. And here is, Pamela Anderson going to a huge event where there's going to be tons of cameras, makeup free. So it really got me thinking about just celebrity makeup takes celebrity makeup takes in general, because Dolly was saying, she didn't wash her makeup off. And then her take on that was, that all you need to do really is wash your face once a day. And that's all that matters, is that you wash it off once, you put it back on, you're good to go. And the dermatologist that had commented on that, I think she was interviewed by the New York Post, she said, what you're doing when you sleep in your makeup is you're mostly missing out on the opportunity to use active skincare while you're sleeping that can help you just with a variety of skin health issues, with any skin concerns you may have, things that you might not like anti-aging things or blemishes or dry skin or whatever, like all of that great skincare that you can use while you're sleeping. She's missing out on that opportunity, which makes a whole lot of sense. So this was not my favorite skincare take, but I want to stress that if Dolly wants to sleep in her makeup, she should be allowed to do that. Anybody that wants to sleep in their makeup, they should be allowed to do that. That is our right. I think that I agree with the dermatologist about it, but it's your choice. Do what you want. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Shannon says, I cannot imagine sleeping in my makeup. That would ruin my pillowcase and make me feel disgusting. Yeah, it's like, especially if you have foundation on, that getting on the pillow. Like, how often are we washing these pillowcases? I'm hoping if we're sleeping in our makeup, we're washing them every single day, But who knows? It is really uncomfortable, Jennifer. I think it's uncomfortable to sleep in makeup, especially because I have fallen asleep in my makeup, especially in college. That was a thing. I don't know if I ever really washed. I use Neutrogena baby wipes. I remember, not baby wipes. I use Neutrogena wipes to get my makeup off. But waking up, and I've done it as, since I've been married and all of that too. But the eye makeup piece, waking up with mascara on my eyes is very uncomfortable for me. I just feel crunchy. I don't want my eyes to feel crunchy when I wake up. And that's just a personal preference thing. Emmeline says, I grew up watching the Dolly Parton show. I would cry at the end when she would sing the goodbye song. I wish she was my mom. Oh, she does seem like such a sweetheart. I'm sure she's not perfect because nobody is, but she really does seem like such a sweetheart. Tina says, okay, I admit I sleep in my makeup as well. Always have. I know it's bad, but I'm almost 60 and why change now? I think if you are happy with yourself, you should do whatever you want. You should do what makes you happy. And I think that that's the big reason is what the dermatologist was saying is if you want to take advantage of actives in skincare. And I don't think in your 60s it's too late to start using actives in skincare. I mean, even just a basic moisturizer at night, something that has some good moisture properties, some good hydrating properties. I think that you will notice if you want to, I think you will notice a big difference. I mean, I think that with skincare, the first time I used actives in skincare was when I used Best Damn Beauty by Nicole Guerrero, and I freaked out. I thought it was the best, most amazing thing ever. This skincare was magical. What I didn't realize is it was just the common actives that were in those products. The next skincare I tried was Paula's Choice, and that blew me away. Like I was like, oh my gosh, my fine lines are gone. Like, oh wow, what is happening? And it was just because I had never used actives before. So I think that if you wanted to, I think that you might enjoy it. Even if you just get like a basic like Derma E moisturizer. At grocery stores sell a lot of Derma E. I would definitely recommend looking to, or even some stuff from Elf is really good. So but if you don't care and you like it, you do what you want. Like it's your face. Do what you want. Okay. So the contrary to this, I did have pictures of all of these people, but for some reason, they did not load. Only two of the pictures loaded because I wasn't sure if everybody would know who all of these people are. So if the picture of this person pops up, oh, there she is. I will tell you, I have a secret crush. Don't tell John that I have a secret crush on Kerry Washington. I think that she is one of the most beautiful people on the entire planet. I freaking love this woman. Like there is something about this woman that I am just, I love her so much. Anyway, I'm going to stop crushing on Kerry Washington and just say that she says, most days I let my skin breathe, so I don't wear a ton of foundation, just a bit of concealer. And I don't know. I didn't know about that. This is one of the things I didn't know. So I'm going to go ahead and read you from the Healthline article, what it said about Kerry Washington. So that was what this quote is from that article. So the dermatologist they talked to endorses Washington's tactic. The dermatologist says, I agree that letting skin go makeup free is beneficial. Makeup can be comedogenic if constantly applied. She says the AAD recommends choosing makeup, skincare, and hair care products that are labeled as non-comedogenic, meaning they are unlikely to clog pores and cause breakouts in most people. And I think that the non-comedogenic thing is a very hot topic in the skincare space because some people don't believe in the comedogenicity scale just because it doesn't seem to apply to everyone. So I don't necessarily I think you have to figure out whether that means something to you or not, whether the non-comedogenic label is important to you. And I think it's going to depend on somebody's individual skin type. I don't feel, because I don't have acne prone skin. I don't find that skincare typically will. I just realized I'm just looking at Kerry Washington, the picture on here. I can't stop with this. I think that because I don't have acne prone skin, I don't need to worry about that as much as other people that are bothered by acne. So yeah, I mean, I feel like, I don't know if I feel like skin needs to breathe. Like that didn't convince me, honestly. It didn't 100% convince me, but I do think that it is important to take your makeup off at some point. I do. I don't know if you need breathing days necessarily, though, unless your skin needs it. Like, I think that's going to be an individual person. It's going to be up to the individual whether you feel like your skin benefits from that or not. And I don't think everybody's will. That's just my non-professional opinion. Jennifer says, if I don't have weekend plans, Saturday and Sunday are my let the skin breathe days. I love it. Yeah, mine are Mondays and Tuesdays, unless I film on Tuesdays. So Mondays, I very rarely wear makeup on Mondays. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, one of those days, depending on if I'm researching. If I need to research, I film on Wednesdays. If I don't need to research, I film on Tuesdays. So whichever other day that I'm not filming, I typically don't wear makeup. And then the rest of the week, I'm usually wearing makeup. So Always Mondays, like grocery store shopping, errands, doing dishes, doing the laundry, clean the house. Like, no makeup is happening. That's just the way that I am. That's just the way that I am. Yeah, Ellie says skin does not have lungs. It does not need to breathe. Yeah, see, it just doesn't seem like, I feel like maybe if you have very sensitive skin that reacts to certain chemicals, I don't think breathe is necessarily the right term, but if your skin is sensitive to certain ingredients, but you still use them sometimes, kind of like the way that people with dairy allergies sometimes will cheat and have some dairy every once in a while. They'll take their lactate and they'll have their dairy and, kind of, every once in a while, but you can't do that every day. I think that maybe some people that have sensitive skin might benefit from taking a break from the skincare to kind of let their skin heal from whatever it is that is irritating them from their makeup routine. So that would be kind of an advocacy for that. I have so many things to share with you and I'm going way too slow. So let's go to the next hot take. This is from Christy Brinkley, because I was telling you about Christy Brinkley earlier, and here she is. Oh no, that's Gwyneth Paltrow. She's later. She looks like Christy Brinkley from afar. Okay, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm missing picture 5 and then pictures 8 through 14. Picture 5 is probably Christy Brinkley. All right. I numbered them because, hold on. I tried to have these loaded, but I'm telling you, my computer was being a complete butthead this morning. I don't know what it is because literally no one uses this computer except for me. So I don't know why. We'll talk about Gwyneth Paltrow and, oh, there's Christy Brinkley. There she is. Oh my gosh. When I was a kid, I saw Christy Brinkley in National Lampoon's Vacation. Should I have watched that movie as a child? Probably not. It's kind of inappropriate, especially that scene. But, well, it was not that inappropriate. But still, I thought she was the most beautiful woman on the planet back then. Like, incredible. She still looks incredible. And I think a lot of that has to do with just her genetics of being just, she's got to be one of the most symmetrical people ever. I swear. But anyway, let me get to her now that I'm done gushing over all these women. All right, we have Christy Brinkley. She says, I start every day by exfoliating my face. That's something I've done for the past 40 years. I feel like it's really contributed to my skin feeling fresh and smooth. 40 years ago, I read an article that said men always look 5 years younger than women who are the same age, that they contributed that to them shaving every day. And the daily exfoliating with shaving made their skin look younger. I personally, this is my thought. There is a take from the article. My thought is that nobody needs to exfoliate every single day. Because think about it, like exfoliation is the removal of dead skin cells, right? How much dead skin are we producing that we need to exfoliate every single day? I would dare to say that humans, on the whole, need to exfoliate at most every other day. Maybe not even that much. I exfoliate twice a week, but that's my personal skin. Unless you have skin that really does build up dry skin that quickly, I don't see a reason why, or dead skin cells that quickly, I don't see a reason to exfoliate every single day. Plus, it can be irritating. Unless maybe you're using like a PHA one day, which is a little more gentle, and then an AHA another day. I do flip around a little bit, because I just realized I'm not telling the truth. I use an AHA chemical exfoliator once or twice a week. I also use a PHA chemical exfoliator like once a week. It just kind of depends. Sometimes I flip-flop and do the PHA twice and the AHA once, and vice versa. So yeah, I just wanted to correct that. But my point is that I don't feel like anybody needs to exfoliate every single day. Let me see what the article says. So the article on this, we could talk about this for 2 hours, I swear. Okay, this is not, where is she? Scroll, 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 scroll. This is Everyday Health. Where is she? Where did she go? I know I had it circled that there was a take on this, but maybe not, because I got it from 2 different articles. So maybe oh no, there she is. Okay. So it says the American Academy of Dermatology Association explains that exfoliation is the process of removing dead skin cells from blah, 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 whatever. We already know that. There are 2 types of at-home exfoliation methods: mechanical, which is like the physical exfoliation, and then the chemical using acids, which is what I choose to do. There's no one-size-fits-all approach, they say. While some people believe that this improves the appearance of their skin, it's not for everyone. They point out that before choosing an exfoliating product or determining how often to use it, it's wise to consider all of the skin products you're already using and what chemicals are in them. Depending on your skin type, heavy exfoliation can lead to increased redness or acne breakouts. Moreover, according to the person that they interviewed, exfoliating daily is a bit much and can be irritating on the skin depending on what you use. Overexfoliation can be detrimental. Abrasive exfoliants can cause micro tears in the skin, which there's been a lot of discussion recently about that it doesn't cause micro tears in the skin. But this kind of stuff is why we all said that it created micro tears, because this professional is specifically saying it creates micro tears and trauma to the skin that can cause inflammation or sensitization. But I know that there's been a ton of people, James Welsh, I'm pretty sure he's one of them, did a whole video on that physical exfoliators don't cause micro tears in the skin. But I am not a professional, so I'm not going to speak further than that. Just know there's another side to that argument. She suggests sticking with a chemical exfoliant such as an AHA. But then she says those can be overdone as well. It's important to note that with regular use of chemical exfoliants and other products, you'll have increased penetration, which is often beneficial, but can also increase irritation. For example, retinols, because the penetration is increased. So if you weren't sensitive to retinols, but you're using an AHA, they're saying that it could make the retinols irritate your skin. The other thing is with an AHA, you always want to make sure you're using a sunscreen, because your fresh baby skin is getting exposed to UV rays, and that is very bad. So anytime you're using a chemical exfoliator, you definitely need to be using a sunscreen during the day. So let me see what you all are saying. I am not going fast enough. We might have to turn this into a two-parter, which I wouldn't hate because I'm having so much fun. All right, Cynthia, possible unpopular opinion here. All right, Cynthia, lay it on me. But Christy Brinkley, it looks like she has a ton of fillers. That is not her original face plus years. I don't know about that. Really? You think? She always looked like that. You don't think she always looked like that? Now I got to find an old picture of Christy Brinkley. Let's have this debate. If we're going to have this debate, Christy Brinkley, we'll say 1980s. And let's see, because I don't know how old she is now. I mean, this woman. Okay, I've captured it. Sorry if you're listening on the replay. I will definitely explain what is happening. All right, adding the overlay. Let's see if Cynthia's theory is correct. Here she is. Come on. She always looked like that. Don't you think? Look. She probably has had something. I mean, come on. She has to have had something. She looks the same to me, honestly. I'm sure she's had something. And we'll get to that too, if we can. We will get to that. But anyway. Yes, Tina says, I feel like your genetics come into play. When I was younger, I only ever used an oatmeal soap bar by Yardley and some random lotion, LOL. Not many people think I'm the age I am. Yeah, I definitely think genetics have something to do with it. Absolutely. Ash Holcraft. I love that name. I'm a woman with a lot of facial hair. Thanks, PCOS. And my derm told me shaving my beard is great exfoliation and helps prevent wrinkles on the areas I'm shaving. Well, there you go. There you go. Tracy, Chrissy Brinkley is still beautiful as she ever was, but I think it has a lot to do with genes. It just does with some lucky women. Not me though. Wah wah. Oh, Tracy, you look gorgeous in your picture. I love your picture. But yeah, that's kind of how I feel about exfoliating. I feel like if it works for you, do it. But I wouldn't say jump into that if you've never exfoliated before. My personal thoughts as a non-professional from using my own face and doing things on my own face and all the stuff I've read is to start with like a PHA, something really, really gentle. See if you like it. Then maybe work your way up to like a 15% AHA or 10% AHA, something really, really mild. And then just a couple times a week, if that, and see what you think and work your way up. Because I did use the Drunk Elephant Baby Facial. They had sent it to me in PR. That stuff was too strong for me. It's like a 30% AHA. I hated it because it was too strong. It was irritating for my skin. I literally saw like my skin thinning. It was weird. It was creepy. It was weird. Never. Never. Yeah, it's definitely possible that Christy Brinkley has a great plastic surgeon. I don't think she'll, I mean, because if you think about other celebrities that have gotten a lot of work done, you can tell they've got a lot of work done. I don't feel like Christy Brinkley's one of those people. That's just opinion. That's just opinion. All right. So next up, on exfoliation, we have, of course, Ms. Kim Kardashian. There she is. She is gorgeous. I cannot deny this woman is gorgeous. All right. She says her mom used to always tell, she said, it put in Kris Jenner. Kris Jenner used to always tell me to wash my face with a really hot washcloth and then use it to exfoliate your skin. She told that to Bustle in 2017. That always stuck with me. All right. So we've already talked about, I'm not the biggest fan of physical exfoliation, but I know that it works for a lot of people. Let me go to, okay, here we go. While washcloths can be abrasive and effectively exfoliate the skin, their dermatologist doesn't suggest following in the footsteps of the Kardashian ladies on this one. She says water that is too hot can be irritating to the skin and cause reactivity of the blood vessels. And then another dermatologist adds that this is a sure way to break blood vessels. So that does not sound good. I have never used a hot washcloth to wash my face. I did try using, I know that this is a cultural thing for a lot of people, that a lot of people use washcloths and stuff. I've never been a washcloth kind of chick, or what do they call them in England? They call them, why am I spacing out on this? They have a different name for it. It's not a napkin. It's another name that I know that like Carolyn Hirons uses. I forget what they call it. But anyway, I don't use one of those either. I called it a napkin. It's not a napkin. What is it? Washcloth in England. What's it called? Flannels. They call them flannels. That's what it is. See, I only think of like a flannel shirt. And I think of a flannel. Thank you. Thank you, Sorojam, for saving me. Yeah. So anyway, so that's not a good take according to the celebrities people, the dermatologist people in the article. All right. So where are we at in time? Okay. So we have time for one more before we take a break. So, this one, you know what? I'm going to skip this one. No, because these all, okay. I'm going to take a break now because I have two connected ones followed by another two connected ones. So let's take a quick little break and let's talk about what's on my face. So let me show you this massive box that I got from Sigma. In What's in My Makeup today, I talked about how the Beauty and the Beast collection was probably sitting at my husband's studio. It was there. Look at this thing. It is freaking massive. Like, what is even happening here? And the best part was opening this thing. You're not going to be able to see it because I'm going to have to hold it up. Like, you might be able to see it, but look, they put like strategically placed rose petals throughout it, which was really, really beautiful experience to open this. Just really pretty. So on my face today, I used 3 products from this collection, and y'all know I've done collab with Sigma before. I have a brush set. It's just like a Gen Love Favorites brush set or whatever. I didn't create anything with them, but I do love this brand very much. I love their products. So on my eyes today, I use the Beauty and the Beast palette. I just use, because I'm wearing this blue shirt. I'm wearing the shirt, so I wanted to do something that wasn't too warm, and this is a pretty warm palette. So I used the shade Bookworm, which is kind of like a medium brown, and then I used all over my, well, on the right side of my lid, not right side, on the outer corner of my lid, I used the shimmery brown shade called Be Our Guest, and then on the inner corner is a shimmery white shade called Winter's Night, is what I put on my eyes. And then my lower lash line, I had to do the blue, is the shade Beast. It's a very, very deep royal blue. And then and that matches, Rick Astley. It matches it. And I love it. On my cheeks today, I use the cheek palette. Really great experience with this. I love their cheek products. So I use the Beauty Within shade, which is kind of a lighter peach shade. And then I use the highlighter, which is called Lumiere, which is a traditional champagne highlight. And this went on easily, beautifully. Love it so much. And then on my lips today, I used one of their lip, what is this? What is this specifically? Oh, there's no way in hell I'm reading that. It is so freaking tiny. Like, this was not, hold on, see if I can get it to focus. It's not focusing because it's so freaking tiny. Like, there's no way I'm going to be able to read that on the bottom. Anyway, it's like a liquid lipsticky kind of situation. Let me see if it says it on the card, what it is. Because I would really love to tell you. It's kind of like a nude. like a, I don't know. I don't know. Whose nude is this? This is, somebody a little deeper than me's naked color. And it's called Spellbound Lip Cream is what it's called. I knew it was going to be in here somewhere. And I really like it. I think it's really pretty. They're very comfortable. It's like a lipstick kind of color, kind of opacity, but with some shine. So yeah. But yeah, really, really enjoying this collection so far. This is the first time I've used it, so I have lots of playing to do with it. What is Daniel saying? Daniel is my friend from so many years ago. Daniel says, as a guy who never uses skincare but has always looked younger than my age, I firmly believe genetics play a major role. Yeah, definitely. Daniel is my friend from another time, but still my friend now. Still my friend now, but we met many moons ago when Daniel was still technically a teenager. Adult, but a teenager. What was that? 2000? 2001? Something like that. Anyway, all right. So next take. This has to do with drinking water. And I have made this mistake myself. I remember saying in a video this take, and it was not correct. So let us talk about Ms. Gabrielle Union. Oh my gosh. Why are these people, why are they doing this to me? All right, Gabrielle Union. I try to drink a gallon of water a day, and I try to get in 32 ounces with breakfast, she reveals. It's the biggest thing for hair, skin, and nails. Okay? Along with that same take from Leah Michelle. Leah Michelle, definitely drink a lot of water and get a lot of sleep. So she adds a sleep factor. I know it's cliche, but the most I ever see a difference in my skin is when I'm well rested. That makes the biggest difference in how your skin glows, the texture and coloring of your skin. Okay, so I agree with the sleep thing. I feel like my skin does look better when I get a lot of sleep. But I found out that drinking water, I mean, it helps your organs function better, but it doesn't necessarily directly affect the hydration levels of your skin. So the article, speaking about Gabrielle's take, let me find it. The article says, specifically, I think she's the first one in this article. Yes, she is. It says, okay. So, can you hydrate your way to glowing skin? While the overwhelming majority of health experts support getting in your recommended daily intake of fluids, there is a lack of scientific evidence supporting this claim. Water by itself will not give you glowing skin, but it will keep you hydrated. The doctor also warns that overhydrating is not a good thing. Drinking too much water can put strain on your kidneys to filtrate large volumes of fluid. Overhydration can also cause electrolyte imbalances, which could potentially be dangerous. However, most healthy adults are unlikely to drink enough water to cause any harm, the Mayo Clinic notes. Bottom line, drinking water alone will not necessarily give you Union's glow, but it's essential to keeping your body as a whole functioning at its best, so keep your water bottle close at hand. So there you go. There's the take on that. I remember when I said that in a video, I forget what it was. I had read it in an article that a dermatologist had said, and then I read a lot more, and y'all told me, you were like, nope, Jen, that's not the take. That's not it. That's not the one. And it's like, oh, okay, I learned something. It's like sometimes you have dermatologists like earlier that just say things like that are just found to not be true, you know? Yeah, Donna Lee says you're supposed to drink water for your body weight. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna have to look into that more as far as what that means in practice for me personally. That's interesting. Jennifer says, I always thought water intake hydration did help. Wow, this is great info, Jen. You know, I didn't know until a few years ago. I didn't know that either. I mean, I don't think it hurts to have a good water intake, but it's not going to the scientific evidence just isn't there. It sounds good, but the scientific evidence just isn't there. Yissel says, I concur, beauty sleep is real. I can see the difference in my skin when I've gotten a few nights of great sleep. I feel like sleep is one of those things that, like, I used to go on the theory, not theory, but I used to hate sleeping. I hated it because I had so much to do. It's like sleeping is such a waste of time. Like, I don't enjoy, like, people love sleep, and they're like, oh, I can't wait to sleep. Sleeping is so wonderful. Like, I don't love it. Like, I do it because I have to do it. But it's like, I would much rather get things done and be like up and living and doing things rather than sleeping. So it's been hard for me over the years to make sure I get enough sleep. But then I realized what an impact it takes on my body when I don't get the proper amount of sleep and how much better I feel during the day when I do get enough sleep. So I started trying to really get on a good sleep habit schedule. And that's why I have my Whoop that I took off. John bought this for me. He had gotten one. This is not sponsored or anything. This was just from my husband. It's like a tracker thing that tracks your exercise and it tracks your sleep and all of that. And it tracks your heart rate while you're sleeping, like accurately, so that you really can tell like how much you're sleeping and how well you're sleeping. And it does it through tracking your heart rate. So it's really interesting to keep track of like how my sleep is. And it kind of helps you to realize like, because it tracks it in like a graph format. So it helps you to figure out, you know, am I in a sleep deprivation? Or, you know, and even if like you're like working out, I don't work out regularly, I need to start. You know, it helps you to figure out whether it's okay to work out because maybe you're too energy depleted to work out that day, stuff like that. So I've just really been enjoying this. I figured I would mention it. If you see me wearing this in videos, that's what that is. But I mostly use it for sleep because I was noticing that sleep was just, not getting enough sleep was really affecting me. So yeah, maybe the ADHD in me, maybe. It's definitely possible. I just want to keep going all the time. Like I love being busy. I genuinely do. I don't like being stressed though. There's a fine line for me between being busy and being stressed. And stress is another thing that can get you on your skin. You know, if you're too stressed, I think that's another one of these takes that is down a little bit. But yeah, I learned that scientifically the water it's not a thing, but the sleep thing I do believe personally is a thing. The Leah Michelle take is from a different article where they don't have the scientific like backup of it. It's a different thing. All right, the next one is the one. Y'all, I really hope Gwyneth Paltrow doesn't still have this take after the whole world roasted her for it. So Gwyneth Paltrow, who I used to be a huge Gwyneth Paltrow fan. Oh my gosh. Huge. Like Shakespeare in Love, Sliding Doors, like some of my favorite movies of all time. Like queen of my life. Used to love Gwyneth Paltrow. Weirdest takes ever. So she uses a clean mineral sunscreen because there are a lot of really harsh chemicals in conventional sunscreen. So that's a product I really want to avoid. She also added that she takes a less is more approach to application. I'm not a head to toe slatherer of sunscreen, but I like to put some kind of it on my nose and the area where the sun really hits. And when she said this, the internet lit her up hard for that, that she only put sunscreen like here. Just very irresponsible take, in my opinion, with her reach. I feel like that was a very irresponsible take. I mean, she's allowed to do whatever she wants, but it's like before you say that to the masses, to all of your fans, to all of your Goop customers, like I feel like that is an especially dangerous one because it directly leads to skin cancer for some people if they do not use sunscreen properly. So I feel like this one, like water, if you think that water contributes to your skin health and it doesn't, that's, unless you're like overdosing on water, that's not going to hurt anybody. But this one is actually harmful and it gets worse, my friend. Did you know that this gets worse? Because I have another celebrity that took this another step. Mr. Tom Brady. This man, I swear, this man, good looking dude, but I don't know what is going on. All right, he says, when I was growing up and playing outside in the sun, I got sunburned a lot. I was a fair-skinned Irish boy after all. These days, even if I get an adequate amount of sun, I won't get sunburn, which I credit to the amount of water I drink. The man genuinely thinks that he doesn't get sunburned because he drinks a lot of water. He wrote this in his book, as Sports Illustrated reported in September of 2017. So this is old. He may have changed this take by now. Definitely possible. He says, I always hydrate afterward too, to keep my skin from peeling. Sir, if your skin is peeling, that means you got a sunburn. That means you got a significant sunburn because you can get sunburn without your skin peeling. So if your skin is peeling, you are burnt, my friend. You are burnt. You have caused sun damage to your body. This is very bad. This is a bad take. So let's start with Gwyneth. Do you think she's as pretty as Gwyneth? Totally not prettier than Gwyneth. What movie is that from? Do you remember? Give you a couple seconds while I find this. Where's Gwyneth? I lost her. It's from Can't Hardly Wait. One of my favorite movies of all time. I need to sit down and watch it with Phoenix because I feel like it's a movie that Phoenix would enjoy. I lost the Gwyneth take. Where did it go? Oh, I'm in the wrong article. That's why. Duh. Okay, here we go. All right. Here we go. There are two parts to the Paltrow statement. The first has to do with the chemical ingredients in traditional sunscreens, a topic that has been somewhat controversial over the last few years. Remember, this was written in 2021. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration published a study in January of 2020 in the medical journal JAMA that found that 6 of the key active ingredients in sunscreen, avobenzone, oxybenzone, octocrylene, homosalate, octisalate, and octinoxate, were absorbed into the bloodstream after a single use. Okay? They found that to be true. Yet research emphasized that absorption does not equate to risk and recommended further research to conclude that what levels of chemicals may be considered safe. With this information in mind, the FDA clearly stated that the findings of the study do not conclude that any of the ingredients are unsafe and recommended their continued use. They also noted that zinc oxide and titanium oxide, 2 common components of mineral sunscreens, are completely safe and effective. So the doctor says that they agree with the mineral sunscreen recommendation, like definitely use your mineral sunscreen. And then she says, but when it comes to the Goop founders, less is more application tactic, she couldn't disagree more. More is best when applying sunscreen. You want all areas exposed to the sun to be covered in sunscreen. And then the other doctor says sunscreen is not a highlighter and you need a thin layer on your skin in order to have appropriate protection. So did I read that right? Maybe you need a layer all over your skin is what they're trying to say. As far as Tom Brady goes, and then I'll get over to the comment section. My gosh, this man. Okay. So, okay. As exciting as these claims may sound, doctors are not thrilled about this recommendation. I can't agree with this one. It's funny because I just looked at photos of him and he certainly has a lot of sun damage, especially on his forehead. Other doctor says hydration will not prevent skin peeling. There is no such thing as a drinkable sunscreen. Oral antioxidants can help minimize the damage caused by UV, but it will not prevent UV from targeting skin cells. So there you go. Worst take ever. Like, where did he even get this from? He just like made it up in his brain. Like, I'm just going to tell everybody this. I just completely made it up in my brain because it sounds good. Just weird, man. The weird connections that people make. I swear. Yes, the Goop launch at Target also includes wellness gummies. Yes. I don't know what's in them. I did not go that deep. But yes, Goop is releasing wellness gummies. I am scared. Because that stuff is not regulated. She could put anything in it. I'm scared. Yeah. My sister, All Ears says my sister-in-law takes a supplement that she says prevents burning and won't wear sunscreen. That's a you do you situation. Yeah. I mean, and it's probably full of antioxidants. You know, we know that topical vitamin C or topical antioxidants can help mitigate some of the damage from UV rays. That's why it's great to use an antioxidant underneath sunscreen, but it does not prevent sun damage. It just kind of, it's a good helper for your skin. It is not a prevention thing. And I would imagine, I don't know much about vitamins and stuff like that. Like, I don't know because I haven't researched it. But according to that article, that's not a thing. Like, it may help some, but it's not the same as sunscreen. It's just not the same. Yeah, Catherine says the craziest health advice I've ever heard is from Tati. Tati has some takes that I don't agree with. Y'all know I'm big. I do like that woman very much, but I do not agree with all of the things that she believes in. I will firmly admit that. Yeah, some of them like, no, don't really go with that one. No, it's not my favorite. We have a new member of the Collective Brain Elite. I need to find you. I don't know where you went. Where did it go? Where did it go? There, Julie. Thank you, Julie. That's so nice of you. I appreciate you. Yeah, I knew Gwyneth would be here. Bree says she has some weird food and health takes. She sure does. She sure does. Oh my gosh. Lauren says, not a scientist by any means. I'm a light-skinned, white-passing Creole woman. When I was young, I never used sunscreen because I wanted to be darker. Ended up with melanoma on my back and face. Used sunscreen, yes. And we are definitely culturally very different. But I definitely like my grandma used to make fun of me, like straight up make fun of me for being pale. Like she would roast me. I mean, not for long periods of time, but when I would see her, I knew it was coming. It was, you're too pale and pull your hair back. I don't know why the pull your hair back thing. But she was like worried about my hair getting in food. Like whenever I ate, she wanted me to pull my hair back. She didn't like the idea of like my hair possibly falling in the food that I was going to eat. It was weird. But yeah, she used to tease me. Like every time I saw her, I knew it was coming. So, I mean, I'm not trying to hate on my grandma because she had a lot of very positive qualities, but I always felt like I needed it, kind of gave me a complex. Um, so yeah, I mean, I would love to hear more of that story and how, I wish we could have a full on conversation about that so I could listen to you and your perspective about that and colorism and all of that. Like I would love to hear that perspective. Because that's something I've never talked to anybody personally about, and I imagine that it was very difficult. Yeah, Jennifer says, I think celebrities think they're experts because they know people idolize them. To many yes men in their circle, yes, oh definitely, and I think also they have access to a lot of professionals in the area and in those areas, and you would think that they would run but these takes by these professionals before they say them out loud. But I think celebrities, when you are idolized and people look up to you like that, and that people are wanting to bow down to you essentially. I would imagine, because I've never experienced that, it would be hard to kind of keep your head on your shoulders and not think that every take you have is perfection. So, yeah. Yeah, Erica says, I love Tati. She has a lot of recommendations that I do like, though. Some yes, are different and not for me, but we all respond to different things depending on our skin type. Yeah, totally. And, sorry, I didn't mean to click. I'll click it back on. Never catch live chat. So excited. Thank you, India. I'm happy you're here. And I think also, even though Tati is a big influencer, she does not have the same reach as Gwyneth Paltrow and Tom Brady. Like let's be real here. Like, yeah, she has a big reach here on YouTube, but it's not the same. It's not the same. And I do think, but this is the thing too, is I think that whether it's me with talking to you, or Tati talking to you, or Tom Brady talking to you, or Christy Brinkley talking to you, or whoever it is, I think that it's important to do your own research and talk to professionals in your life before you decide what to do with your own body. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we all have that responsibility as adults to look into these things and not take someone who isn't a professional, including me. I don't think you should take our advice take all of our advice with a grain of salt unless you're talking to a professional. And even like we saw earlier, professionals don't always have it 100% right either. So it's just kind of figuring out, what we want to do for ourselves. I mean, medical, there were a lot of things in medicine that we thought were true. I mean, like leeches, they used to, put leeches on people to like pull the toxins out of their blood or whatever. You know what I mean? And doctors like swore by that. They did that to treat people. So who knows what we're doing now in dermatology that actually isn't helpful. I mean, of course, we have more science now than we did back then, but there may be things that we learn in 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years or more that we learned that back in 2023, we were doing things all wrong. So all we can do is do the best for what we feel is right. And I think the most important thing is listening to our own personal skin, and trying something and when we try something, noticing whether it seems harmful or helpful. I think that makes a huge difference. I'm going to step off my soapbox now. I'm going to step off the soapbox. Shayna's has been a member for 4 months. Oh, love you back, Shayna's. Thank you for being here in chat. I appreciate you. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, doctors promoting cigarettes, 100%. Exactly. Who knows what we're going to learn? Because I'm sure back when they were promoting cigarettes, they thought they knew everything. It's important to know. We still don't know everything. And a lot of doctors are all about treating, the symptom, not the underlying problem. So that's something to keep an eye out for too, just in general. All right, let's move on to the next thing. Okay, let's talk about, because Gwyneth and Tom do not agree. Hashtag do not agree. Cate Blanchett. Cate Blanchett, where are you? Where is my picture of Cate Blanchett? Oh, there she is. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. Okay, she says, I think that anything you can do to remove stress will give you a better glow. That's the number one answer. I am big on massage when I can. And I think that, relieving stress, like, of course we all want to relieve stress in our lives. Like, yes, 100%. And I think that some people just can't because they just live stressful lives, Like I'm thinking about, my friend that comes to the market that's here in live chat sometimes. She's got a little baby. When you've got an infant, how are you supposed to have a low stress life? You can't. You literally can't. You're also not getting good sleep either. So it's like, you do what you can, but I do think that Cate has a point in lowering stress. I think that is something that we should all be trying to do. But aren't we naturally trying to lower our stress as much as possible because it's like a survival thing? I don't think, yeah. I mean, but really though, I do think sometimes we inflict stress on ourselves because it seems like a good idea at the time, but then we don't. Like, for example, procrastination gets me, where that is inflicting stress on myself, because when I procrastinate, time blindness is a thing. I procrastinate and then I get myself in a stressful situation. So sorting that out is something that's within my control. So I'm going to back it up a little bit and say that some stress you can control, but then there are certain things, especially if you have a stressful job, if your kids are stressful, if your spouse is stressful, if your parents are stressful, whatever it is, there's only so much you can do. You know what I'm saying? There's only so much we can do. Yes, exactly, Leah. This is exactly what I'm saying. I need a little funding to test Cate's theory. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. 100%. 100%. So let's move on to, because we're running out of time. We only have 10 minutes left, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 more takes. I think we can do it. Jennifer Lopez. I used to be the biggest Jennifer Lopez fan. Huge Jennifer Lopez. I think Jenny from the Block had me because people called me Jenny back in the day. I think that was when I fell in love with Jennifer Lopez. I thought she was an amazing person. And then I learned from people that had interacted with her that she isn't always so nice, which made me really, really sad. I don't know. I mean, I trust the sources, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know her. I've never met her before. She's still really pretty though. She's still so pretty. All right. This is what she says. Same thing. Number one tip is to always get enough sleep. Totally agree. She told that to InStyle in June 2026. So again, this is old, but I mean, I agree. When asked how she keeps her skin so flawless, she says, I can't stress this enough. Ideally, I would love to get 9 or 10 hours of sleep, but either way, I always make sure I get at least 8. And I completely agree with that. So even though some people have told me she's not a nice person, which makes me sad, I do agree with that skincare take. All right, we kind of went into that. So let's go on to the next one. Next one is Ms. Priyanka Chopra. Oh, I love all these people so much. I think this might be the one that didn't load. Let me see if I can get Priyanka. I think that she's the one that didn't load. It's picture number 14. Let's see if I can get it to work. Yeah. Nope. That was Cindy Crawford. She's coming up. Where's Priyanka Chopra? I should have labeled them with names, but I was going too fast. While we're waiting for me to find it, the gorgeous Pamela Anderson. I still think she's beautiful. I think she's absolutely beautiful. Without makeup, with makeup, I think she's absolutely beautiful. I don't know where Priyanka went. I know she's in here somewhere. Maybe I missed it. All right, anyway, this is what she says. I have tons of beauty secrets and recipes that have been handed down from one generation to the next, so to speak. And they still continue to work like magic. So I would imagine, there's a lot of holistic medicine I've read that she is super into, like holistic stuff. A really easy mask to create, which actually sounds pretty nice, that will keep brightening your skin and take away the dullness, uses yogurt as a key ingredient. Okay. She says just mix equal parts of yogurt and oatmeal, about 1 to 2 tablespoons of each, and turmeric with 1 to 2 teaspoons. Mix and apply and leave for half an hour and wash it off with lukewarm water. Now, there is no doctor note on this one because this one is from the Birdie article, but it sounds pretty nice, actually. I mean, we know that oats are really good for the skin. Probiotics are really prebiotics, probiotics, whatever biotics, those are good for the skin. Turmeric is supposed to be good for the skin. So I would imagine this is good, but do at your own risk. Talk to your doctor. But this would be something I would be open to trying. You'll have to tell me if you know more about it, if that sounds terrible to you. But yeah, I think that sounds pretty good to me. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Tracy says, no, love J Lo, not a fan of Ben. I think Jennifer's the prettiest human ever, gorgeous. I used to be a big Ben Affleck fan. When I was part of the Kevin Smith fandom, I was always hoping he would show up in an event and he never did. I was like, I'm going to make him fall in love with me. But he seems like kind of a jerk. So I'm kind of glad I never met him. You know who I really would have loved to have met was Matt Damon. He seems like a pretty interesting dude. I don't think I would be able to handle his intelligence, though. He seems very, very smart, and I think that eventually I would end up feeling like a moron. At some point, talking to Matt Damon, I think I would end up feeling really stupid. So, all right. So this is what Tiffany says: yogurt has lactic acids. Turmeric is an anti-inflammatory. Oats are soothing. You are 100%, Tiffany. Thank you for breaking that down for me. You're 100% right. I appreciate you. Yes. Okay. Gabrielle says, I'm afraid of turmeric on my face. I'm very pale and it has an orange color. Yes. And I did a video back a long time ago. It's actually privated at this point where I was testing out different hacks. I think they were Pinterest hacks. And one of them was doing a turmeric toothpaste and it made my teeth so orange. It was really creepy. It was really, really creepy. Yes, Dogma. Yes, Dogma. Such a wild movie. Such a wild movie. And I do think my husband is way better than Ben Affleck. Oh my gosh, 100%. I will take my husband over anybody. My husband's freaking amazing. Like, I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did, but I'm very thankful. Angie says 2026. Jen, do we skip a few years? Love you. I don't know what I said. I made some kind of verbal error. Thanks, Angie. Thanks for clarifying that. I appreciate you. All right. So next one. Okay. We have 1 minute. So I better read quickly. Jennifer Aniston. We'll stay on for like an extra 2 minutes just so I can get through these. All right. Where'd she go? And part of the problem is that I don't have these pictures organized the way I normally do because I was rushing and I was being cocky about it. And I thought that I could. Oh, there she is. There's Jennifer Aniston. Oh my gosh. So gorgeous. Jennifer Aniston told Shape in August of 2017, that regular infrared saunas, which use electromagnetic radiation to warm the body, have done wonders for her skin. She says that I do a couple of times a week right after I do the gym. I've noticed a real change in my energy, my sleep, and my skin. I don't know about infrared. I don't know. I don't know enough about that. So let us consult the article. And Jennifer Aniston. So this is what they say. Medical doctors aren't so sure. There is no evidence that infrared saunas have any benefit for the skin. Red light LED therapy, which is what I've done before that I really, really like, has some efficacy for collagen stimulation, but the evidence there is minimal as well. I've really enjoyed red light stuff that I've used. And it says, but she does point out that the saunas feel great and minimizing stress is good for the skin. So there you go. That's the thing. There was one small study that did find that all infrared saunas may boost collagen production slightly. So I feel like it's one of those you do you. I don't think that there's been any proof that it's harmful. So if you enjoy it, go for it. The next one is Ms. Halle Berry. Oh my gosh. Everybody's so stunning. All right. My routine of taking care of my skin is always the same. I use a cleanser, toner, moisturizer, then use eye cream. So she is a minimal skincare kind of person. Let's see what the professionals say. Professionals say it's all about keeping it simple. She emphasizes the importance of using effective ingredients, including retinoids and SPF. Skincare regimens do not need to be complicated. I totally agree. The best regimens include the following in order of importance: daily sunscreen, So not in order of application, but in order of importance. Daily sunscreen, retinol, unless skin is ultra sensitive. Antioxidant serum, typically containing vitamin C. There's so many alternatives to vitamin C too. Good moisturizer, absolutely. Gentle cleanser, absolutely. Chemical exfoliant a few times a week, absolutely. This is like the standard at this point, and this is what I do, and I love it. I absolutely love it. So I don't know if this is the same routine you use, but this is basically my skincare routine. So it's like pat on the back. But this is also from 2021, so maybe there's something I don't know. And then the last one that I wanted to share with you is Ms. Cindy Crawford. Cindy Crawford says, I'm not going to lie to myself. This one you're going to love. Past a certain age, creams work on texture of your skin, but in order to restore elasticity, all I can really count on is vitamin injections, Botox, and collagen. Thank you, Cindy Crawford, for being honest about your Botox and collagen. You are awesome. So yeah, so she's saying basically, like once you get to a certain point, if you really want to look young, you're going to have to get some kind of injectables. Like, let's be real here. That's the way my kid's talking right now is let's be real here. So it's leaking into my vocabulary. Yeah, I mean, what it comes down to, I think that I do believe in skincare. I genuinely do. I know that, some people that I'm friends with even do not believe that skincare really does all that much. I feel like skincare, it depends on your skin needs. So if you're looking for hydration, if you're looking to help with acne, if you're looking to help with like specific things that skincare addresses, I think that it can definitely make a huge difference. If you are looking for anti-aging, I feel like the biggest thing skincare can do is hydrating the skin can really help plump a little bit. It's not going to get rid of wrinkles, but it's going to plump a little bit. And I do think that you can use it as more of a preventative almost. That if you start on retinol in your 30s, and some of these anti-aging skincare ingredients when you're younger, it can slow the loss of collagen. It can slow the loss of elastin. So the production of it and make you be able to look younger longer if that's something you're going for. But aging is going to get all of us. Like it's just the way that it goes. If we're lucky, aging will get all of us. I hope to look like a very wrinkled old lady in my 90s. I hope I am the most beautiful wrinkled old lady ever, but I expect to get more wrinkles. I expect to age. That is natural and it's okay. And I think we need to drill that into our society a little bit more, that it's okay to look your age. It's fine. Even if you look a little older than your age, it's okay. Like, you just have to decide what's best for you. And I think that that's the most important thing. So I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go because we are over time, but I didn't go over as much as I thought I would. So I'm very proud of myself. Chat next week is going to be, I believe next week is going to be at 10 a.m. Let me look at my calendar. So 10 a.m. next week for live chat. But the following week on the 5th is going to be a 5 p.m. Eastern. This is all Eastern time. 5 p.m. Eastern chat. This Friday, I have a video planned that I had planned to do this past week, but I did not have enough time. So I had to put something in that was a little bit easier to produce, but I still think it's extremely valuable. This past Friday, I put up drugstore products that I feel like are just as good as high end. So if you haven't watched that yet, it's a really good video. Highly recommend, of course, because I made it, so I wouldn't put it up if I didn't think it was good. But but yeah, so that video is up from Friday, but that was not the video that I had planned to do. I didn't have enough time to research enough for the video that I'm hoping to put up this coming Friday, but I won't spoil it for you. It's a look back at things that have happened in the beauty space. But I won't spoil the actual topics of it. But I'm excited about it because y'all really like the last one that I did, looking back at my most quote unquote viral video. So it's similar along that line. The week after that is going to be favorites and fails countdown. So thank you all so much. Just very quickly, what foundation am I wearing today? Charlotte Tilbury's. Charlotte Tilbury foundation. This one. Where did it go? Where are you? I don't know. Charlotte Tilbury foundation. The one that's in the tube. And I love it. It's a really nice foundation. It's one that I didn't mind splurging on a little bit. That was purchased. I love it. All right, I'm going to go now. I'm going to stop looking at questions because I have to go. All right, I'm going to the Renaissance Fair today. I'm so excited. So I'm going to go head off and do that with my family. And I love you. And I will see you next week. Bye.